Eve, Kirk, and Rob. And we're part of a larger committee that has been working hard over many months to bring you this reunion weekend. We're so glad all of you are here. Last night, you may remember that I reported that there was one classmate who was concerned about the possibility of murder happening at the reunion. Pleased to report that the murder count is still at 0. The possible victim is with us this evening, along with the alleged assailant. I assure you that we are all safe, but we will continue to monitor the situation and keep you apprised. This evening's program differs a little bit from last night's at the museum, where we celebrated ourselves literally, but also America's 250th birthday. The brilliant team behind that event, led by Elizabeth and Eve, and as well as other valiant volunteers who have been helping us put this together, including Dee from the Barnes Foundation yesterday. I encourage you to clap at appropriate times as well as inappropriate times. So you guys are doing good. So what I want to share is talk about is the journey to get here. Now, be brief, but it was a journey. The reunion journey with Wharton began last November, and it culminates this evening. It has involved a full partnership between our class and Wharton staff. And I want to recognize some of those names right now. There's been a huge team at Wharton that has been helping us out. Some you'll see this evening. I asked you to thank each of them. But 3 individuals, Helen Fermanis, Jamie Lemish, who's they're all handling multiple reunion classes. There's a class of 96, I believe, that's also going on there. And also Lisa Benini. Lisa won't be here. She's the one who's in charge of all the reunion class dinners for, I think it's well over a dozen, maybe as many as 20. She has been a big help along here. I imagine by this time she's in a straitjacket, battling to herself. But this has been a true partnership. The journey itself started in New York City. Last November, there was the pre-reunion that we all know, Greg Solomon, Doug Brown, and Jeff Stewart have continued to organize over the years, and it's been a very key type of event, as well as an interim reunion experiences up there too. You guys, the Amigos, have done a great job of putting those events together. It's important because a lot of folks don't get to come to a reunion during this time of year, so it's been especially helpful in outreach to those classmates. I'm also going to remember Dave Bigelow, who was part of that. I'll also add into that group Bob Petit. All right. Bob has been, I think, at the New York Athletic Club. I'm not sure what your title is exactly, but there appears to be some sort of blackmail arrangement. But you, I consider, keep part of that team and have appreciated that work over the years. Also, back to the Amigos, in a bigger way, the Amigos have brought to us many decades now of reunions, and want another shout out and clap for that long period of successes, and you fellows have done a great job with all that, and as well as mentoring and guiding us as we've gotten this year's activities underway. So another round of applause for the Amigos. I know you feel like you passed the baton, but I ask you to keep your powder dry and continue to help us out wherever possible. This will fall off my head in a second. And one other individual I'm including in that collective. You may recall 20 years ago at reunion, we had a a special nautical theme. Well, George Hall has come to Reunion, and he sponsored an event. He sponsored a activity that has brought back memories, and it's been a marvelous experience that we've all been able to share continuously with each other. And I want us all to remember to thank him for that event. This, but my head still hurts me right there. It does, but outstanding, George. Thanks. All right. We have witnesses. We do have witnesses here, so all right, we're good. It's a deal. So thank you, amigos, and thank you, everyone else. So the other special half of the reunion experience is the class gift. Right? We have had the opportunity to show gratitude to Wharton for first bringing us together 40-some years ago, and continuously doing that over the years, not just at reunion, and then also extending that opportunity for years to come. In addition to that, the gift is all about supporting students and others who will be able to be part of this grander community in the future, many of whom we will never know. The two individuals that have been spearheading the class gift part of this, Kurt Hodgkin and Rob Reed, marvelous leaders. A lot of work has been involved. It's included a team as well. I'd like to invite Rob up right now to share a few words. I'll ask him initially, right afterwards, and I'll have a few more words. But Rob.
Anyway, I'd really like to do another shout out to Paul, Eve, Elizabeth, Kirk, DB at the Barns, for all their hard work. It made it such a memorable reunion this weekend. Paul mentioned it was like over a 6-month period, for a long time. And the other thing, I'll tell you, I had a hell of a lot of fun working with Kirk, Darius, Joe, Roland, Jamie Lemish, our liaison at Wharton, and managing the class gift process. You know, my sister would ask me who is this Kirk guy that you talk to 3 times a day for the last 4 months? And that migrated from here Rob and Kirk, make a few more edits to these emails. This looks a lot better. So we had the whole team aboard. It was a lot of fun, guys. And as to the class gift, you know, this year our class really stepped up. And let me give you a few highlights. You know, we set out a goal of $800,000, the class gift. And what did Wharton teach us? Goals are meant to be met and exceeded. So, hot off the press at 12 today, we raised $1,069,000 from 143. Beating our record by our goals by 269,000. Also, and importantly, we blew away by $450,000 the previous 40th year class year of $617,000. You know, we also set the participation record with 143 people. We beat the old record, squeaked by a little bit, about 139 with the class of 76. So, you know, that's what I'm talking about. on behalf of our committee and the school, I really want to thank you for all your generosity here. It's been amazing, guys.
Good job, team. So, last is a toast of sorts. I want to acknowledge two sets of people. One group could not be here. They had to make a tough choice and not attend reunion. It's a common thing that occurs. We hear a lot of stories about other reunion events, graduations, family, work, all those sorts of things. And I think we all know that by just luck, the stars align and each of us are here. But the experience of working on this committee has allowed us to connect with others, but also have that feedback that they just could not attend but wanted to. So what I'm asking you all to do in the reconnection that you have been doing, to reach out to these folks as well as the ones that you have reconnected with here. Phone them, agree to have a lunch, do something together. I want to recognize those folks because they have been here and been part of this reunion virtually during this conversation and during this process for months. The other group is no longer with us. They have died. And I like to think that they have been celebrating this weekend together with us in that great NBA house in the sky. So here's to us all. Continue with the evening here. We have a couple of more bonus announcements that two individuals will be coming up. One is Lee Hardy, and then Chip Rosenthal.
The guys are going to
It's wonderful that we can maintain these friendships over the decades, and I happen to be from the inaugural lauder class, so we have a special intimacy given that our class size was so small. But all of the larger, family, we're all one, as I see it. So I wanted to make an announcement about what I call a full circle moment. I want to recognize certain people, Alexander Oostreich, we used to always say that Lehman and Alex would sleep together, and we would fall asleep back in the classroom. But anyway, George Hall, who was already mentioned, George and I worked with so as part of a full circle moment, some of you guys know that I work with some of the world's top athletes and been recognized for my ability to identify young athletes at their earliest stages. So I was Venus and Serena's manager from the time they were 6 and 7 years old for about 15 years until he got to the top. I remember taking Alex in London at Wimbledon into the bowels of the stadium, so he could eat lunch with all the players and all that, and so on. I've worked with a number of others. So recently in the sport of golf, began working with a young lady at age 10 by the name of Amari Avery. Amari Avery is the most accomplished African-American female golfer in history, who is currently sitting atop the standings in the Epsom Tour race to get her LPGA Tour card for next year. She just won a couple of weeks ago, came back and came in second the week after that. She just played an LPGA Tour event last weekend in New Jersey. Came in and outdid 34 major champions and past LPGA Tour winners and so on. However, this announcement is about another unique situation that becomes, like I said, a full Lauder Institute full circle moment. So I happen to manage a young lady who is considered the world's best 15-year-old girl golfer by the name of Ling Jie-en, J-I-E-E-N. She is just won a qualifier tournament to get into the U.S. Women's Open, which is taking place June 4th through 7th at Riviera Country Club. She will be the youngest golfer in the field. Doesn't speak a lick of English. I'm teaching her English now. And so all of our dialogue is Chinese. So for the whole Lauder Institute continuum, for me to now be involved with the hottest property coming up in the world of sport because of the Chinese language facility. Her father's and her from Taiwan, which is where I did my internship during the second year at Lauder. So I just wanted everyone to tune in. The U.S. Women's Open will be on NBC June 4th. We should have a Riviera Country Club. Those of you who are in the area, some of you guys came to to the Country Club and the Olympic Club when I had Amari out there playing the U.S. Women's Open a couple of years ago. Some of the Lauder Fellows or whoever came. So if you're in LA or planning to come out or whatever, let me know, and we'll make sure we make some accommodations for you guys. But again, I just want everybody to recognize it's the kind of training that we got here at Wharton School and the Wharton Institute that allow for this type of situation to happen as a historic situation. So again, Lin Jian,
Former Olympic boxer asks you for the microphone. We give him the microphone. Lastly here, Chip Rosenthal. Chip lives a few blocks from here, and he has some special tips for visitors here this weekend.
Thanks. So for those that are sticking around tomorrow, I thought I'd just let you all know a couple of things that are happening here in the city. Center City Open Streets, the stretch on Walnut from about 15th Street up to 18th will be shut down to traffic, and across 18th Street. So all the restaurants in this area kind of put tables out on the streets. So if you're around looking to have brunch or lunch before you hit the road back home, you might enjoy doing that. And then also, I'm from New Jersey, so I pay attention to what's happening in South Philly. We've got the Italian Festival going on. It started today, tomorrow. That's a blast out there, so if you have a chance to get out and want to check that out, that's also a lot of fun. And then also, I'd just like to thank the folks here at the restaurant. Have done a great job tonight, and I've never actually been in this restaurant. I'll definitely come back, and so appreciate just having a wonderful evening with everybody here, and